We turn now to Atlanta, where hundreds of South Korean workers are expected to be flown out of the U.S. after being held in an immigration detention center in Folkston, Georgia. That's near Jacksonville. The Korean government is hoping to negotiate their voluntary release instead of forcing their deportation. Skyler Henry has been following the story and joins me now. Skyler, where are things? What's happening right now with the workers?
Yeah, John, well, late this afternoon, according to South Korean news agencies, they say that the more than 300 South Korean nationals who were detained last week will be bused here to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, where we are just outside of Atlanta, early tomorrow morning, where they will be met by a chartered Korean airplane that we actually saw land earlier today. They will then be transported back to South Korea. We should point out that South Korea's foreign minister met today with Secretary of State Marco Rubio, as well as other officials, to talk about what happened here surrounding the nature of this incident in the first place. Also going on to say that he wanted to make sure that the Koreans were, quote, rescued and would be able to return home as quickly as possible. Also looking to make sure that the workers, should they be allowed to return back here to the United States, not have any sort of issues if they want to come back to the country. If they were deported, they would run the risk of being expelled essentially from the country for around 10 years. We were able to speak with an immigration attorney yesterday who represents more than a dozen of these detainees. He said that this situation is complicated.
ICE is saying that these individuals, at least they're telling the consular officials, that they'll be able to come right back, which of course makes no sense whatsoever and even gives a bigger lie to what they've been doing. If they can just come right back, why are you detaining them?
Yeah, Skyler, can you help us fill us in a little bit more on how we got here to this moment?
Yeah, to paint the picture a little bit more, John, this is all part of a broader immigration crackdown that we have seen from the Trump administration in recent months. You'll remember, you'll see a similar workplace raid happen in Los Angeles several weeks ago. But this by far is the largest in the agency's history. Some of the workers detained, according to federal officials, apparently crossed into the border illegally. Others had visas that were expired. But South Korean officials say that they hope that they can try to negotiate some sort of expanded visa process so that they do not have to deal with something like this happening again.
Skyler Henry, thank you.